We're ready. So there's a couple of things. So what we're doing this morning. So today's Monday mindset and money session. So before we get into the money session, I know many of you are excited about making money. You're excited about jumping into the chat and grabbing what you think the market owes you every day. But there's something that I always do. It's part of my culture as a trader. I want to set myself in the motion and direction I want to go. Okay. Uh, and that is really the mindset. So I love to do my mind priming. I prime my mind, okay, towards the week, all right, for the week. And I always do that with the team. So we are all in a journey. And we have to realize that in the journey, we are creating a process. We're being part of a process. Many of you are just experiencer. I want to be manifesty. I like to stay on the side of manifestation. I want to manifest the things that I've already uh, um, created. So it's not the market that is going to give me my manifestations or the things that I desire. It's not the market. It's not the skill set. It's not the knowledge. It is me that will manifest it in my attitude, in my routines, in my dedication, in my intentionality. All right. I'm watching what I am doing. So the question is, what do I want to do? Okay. What do I want to do? It first has to be here. And that is one of the things I love traders to understand. You are someone moving on a journey. So what's your journey this week? Okay. What do you want to do this week as a trader? Even if you're being taught, even if you're unaware, you may not know how to trade the market at the moment. You may not, you may not have been able to master the skill set, but you have money you want to trade. You have intentions you want to trade. All right. You have needs you want to trade. So the first thing, you may not have the skill, and maybe they want to offer you the pathway to the skill, but you are the one to tell yourself what you want to use the skill for. How do you want to use the skill? How much do you want to earn? How much do you want to risk? Okay. What's your growth plan? What's your earning plan? What's your learning plan? What's your growth plan? You may not be the one to give what to learn, but you can decide, what do I want to learn this week? One of the things people do is that you open your mind up unplanned, and you receive things unplanned, and you cannot process them because it wasn't planned. So I'll teach you things right now, but in the course of time, one of the things you want to tell yourself is you want to be intentional towards learning. You want to be intentional towards earning, and you want to be intentional towards growing. Those are three things you want to do. It's always been the prime. Growth is the end game, all right? So my earning is going to match my growth goal. See, they are all related. You have to understand you are on a plan. Whether you are doing it intentionally, all right, or unintentionally, life, you are always on a plan. So it's either you're intentional about, if you're not intentional about it, the manifestation is not really going to happen. It's always going to be hit, hit, hit. You're just hitting. It's almost like you are doing things, you're moving, but things are not really happening. Okay. So consciously is number one, is destination. Know your destination. That's your desire. All right. Then the truth is, how do you want to go there? The journey. How do you want to go there? How do you want to trade? Now, Cambridge is going to trade HFX. Cambridge is going to call trades. It's going to call market structure. It's going to call London breakout sniper. It's going to do a lot of things. Okay. How do you want to trade? Master your pathway, your journey. Tell yourself, okay, this is what I want to do. And if I don't know what I want to do, let me just ask a question. Kenry, I am playing. Okay, I'm just in this session right now. Okay, what do you think I should do? That is one of the best questions you can ask yourself if you're unaware. What do you think I should do if I come into this place? There's HFX, you're doing a lot of things. Kenry, how do I start? You know what you're doing for yourself? You're following through the path of guidance. You have to be intentional about what you want to do. This is what a lot of students don't do, and you just get crowded with information and knowledge, and you don't have the ability to process. That is why, at least to our best, we're giving guidance. When you come into the group right now, there are guidance. Now, you may not be able to understand this thing. This is where simple question. That's why I created a community where there is communication. You can communicate. And I come on live most of the time. I tell you, all right, you guys have questions. Some of you, you just do things without being guided. And it's one of the things I want you guys to know this week. The mindset of the week is be intentional towards earning, be intentional towards learning, and be intentional towards growing. The things you don't know, be instructed. Am I making sense? Put sense in the chat. Be instructed, because that is the only way you're going to get into the path and the journey, all right, as a team. So the first question, if I'm going in the direction of Cambridge knowledge, is, okay, Cambridge doing HFX, Cambridge doing Forex. Okay, I don't know what HFX, but I know what Forex is. Okay, I want to know what HFX is. So Cambridge, how do I know more about HFX? Because I'd like to make choices that are informed. Okay, because there's a reason we're doing HFX and Forex. We're not, it's not point and kill. There's a reason. Everything is intentional. Everything I do is intentional. So it means you also have to learn to be intentional. Okay, don't just say, don't be locked. Don't be the one guiding yourself. All right, at least be open to guidance. Be intentional about following instructions. If you grow more in your intentionality in following instruction this week, you have better results. Okay, stay intentional. And one of the way, so this is one of the things I would say, pay attention, be intentional, and be extensional. Pay attention. So your level of attention, you come across you being present. You're paying attention to the information. You're paying attention to the class. You're paying attention to instructions. Okay, and be intentional about following instructions, and be extensional accountability. It means you're not just the one taking, you're reflecting. You are intentional. Okay. The only way I'm going to know you're an intentional student is when you are extensional. It means you are accountable. Okay. You're accountable. You're someone. You may not have to meet me directly or send me a message directly, but for every class that goes by and you see me give an instruction, I'll tell you this is how to get started. Do I know you started that way? There are many of you here right now. You are an independent learner, okay? And that is a good thing. That is a champion mind you told yourself. But trust me, you check your result over the years. Has your independent nature as a student giving you the result you're looking for? If that question is yes, continue in that path. But if it is no, change your ways. Did you guys hear what I said? It may just be the solution you need for a new year. I've always been an independent runner. I love to do things my way. But there are certain times in my years of entrepreneurship, I change. Because the truth is, at some point I sat in a room and someone asked me a very, very straight question. And the truth is, I didn't even find the courage to answer the question. The question just made me realize that I've been wasting time and wasting years trying to prove something I don't have an ability to. It dawned on me. The question was very, very straight. Do you have the result you're looking for? Like a very deep question. And you know how what led to that question? After so many talk, I've done this, I'm good in this. When someone presents their CV, thinking you're trying to impress somebody, and the question just came, do you have the result you're looking for? And I was thrown away. The statement that followed marked a turning point in my life. The statement that followed after my realization, it said, if you do not have the result you are looking for, it's because you are doing something based on the result you have created. Everybody has results. Your bank account is your result. You're very good. One of the things you're very good at is creating your bank account. That is why, how many of you understand what I just said? You understand what I just said? Put 100. One of the things you're very, very good at is your reflection of your bank account, is your skill set. You're good at it. That's why even they give you a lot of money right now, that skill set will show up. You will still produce that. But the end game, you will produce that. It's something you know how to do. That is what I got from that statement. He said see, you're very good at creating the result you have. Say, so when you look at your result, that is what you're good at creating. There are some conversations that you're going to have you should have some conversation or link yourself with some conversation. Some of you, what you've not had is a reality, all right, and a communication that would probably just change them. It's not in the noise of doing things. There is this feeling we get to that I think is the feeling of the world. The world sells you this self-made. I can do things. All right. I want to stand alone. That is why as a child grows up, the moment he gets a certain age, he wants to start telling and proving that he is an adult. He wants to prove to the parent that no, I want to. It's a spirit. So most of the time, if you do not guide, that is why there are guidelines. Okay, you will lead yourself to things, all right, you are only capable of. And the only way to change that family, okay, is to submit and humble yourself to instruction. If you do not know, if you do not know how to make 5 figures, why do you think you can get into an environment and just start making 5 figures? Do you know how many people have been in the journey of that and they couldn't do it? Why do you think you are the babalawo and the herbalist or the champion and the schemer that can just do that? No, there is a pathway to manifesting. You have to submit yourself to just following a blueprint. It means you have to be humble to listening. It will save you a lot of money and stress. So be intentional towards learning. Learning encompasses your ability to what? Follow instruction. The way it is given, not the way you want to do it. That's something I felt this morning that I wanted to share. All right. Yes, be intentional about earning. Everybody knows the skill of earning. Everybody wants to earn. So I don't need to preach that. You already are very good at that. You want to earn. But most importantly, be intentional towards learning and growing. And that way, you have to listen and follow instructions. Okay, every week we're going to get good results, but the question is, are you getting good result? And some of the times you may even get good result than us because you went pathways and you did it by yourself. But the truth is, can you sustain it over time? Okay, so I want to welcome each and every one of you. That's just the mindset I have. Be intentional, pay attention. All right, be intentional and have an extension of accountability. Okay, so I gave you guys a guideline of Forex. How many of you can say you are extensional towards that guideline? Now, you don't have to, but if your answer is yes, congratulations. But if it is not, you are in the category of independence that I talked about. Okay. And the truth is, it only leads one way. We are going somewhere. Are we going together or you're just following what we're doing? All right. Be extensional. It will help you. Okay. There are myriads of variation in this space. You may be connected to different communities, but if you really want to get the result of this community, be involved. All right. HFX setup. Have you done your setup? And were you extensional towards it? Now, many of you, okay, you're operating in stealth mode. Be extensional is a skill. Kendra, what does that mean? Anything you do, let it be known that you have done it. So when you come in, many of you are not trading HFX before. I've given you guys a guideline of it. Does Kenvry know you are set up? Does Kenvry know you've funded, you've set up your account, or you verified? Do I know? How many of you can say you're set up and I know? Okay. Now, I've given you guys a setup for Forex. Some of you are new, some of you have traded before. Now, this is how many of you have done that setup for Forex? This may be okay. Oh, you say for new people already have a Forex account. Okay. So be aligned. All right. Be aligned. Then be accountable. It will help you. it will make me, it will give me the perception. See, this is what, see, I don't need to say this, but this is what you guys need to understand. When you are accountable, you are indulging me. You are telling me I am not, I'm moving blindly with you. And every step I am taking, I am waiting for you to guide me. It means you are indulging me. I can never leave you to take your next step without giving you guidance. But when you are not following, when I give the setup or guidance and I don't get an accountability, okay, I just leave you to do your thing and I do my thing. Which is better? You guys be honest. Which is better? When you indulge me, you're committing me, all right? You're giving me a responsibility, all right, to follow you up. Because now I know that you are walking blindly. It's trust. It's better for you. Does that make sense? All right. It's better for you. Stay dependent before you go independent. All right. That being said, we're trading HFX. How many of you saw the result of last week? We're trading HFX and we're trading Forex at the same time in our morning session. All right. So for those of you that are coming in new, if you're not HFX set up, probably during the course, one of the things I always say is experience to understand. When you understand and practice, you will master. Don't try to understand too quickly. Okay. This may be your first time, your first routine, your first rodeo. Okay. Don't force it. So if it is Forex, you know how to trade. We have a pathway to Forex. We have a strategy where we look at the market, or I analyze the market. I look at what I want to trade based on our trading strategy, and we get a trade. I'll send the trade in a group. All right, we'll call the trade live here. Or if it's a trade that is not yet ready, I'll tell you how I'm going to approach the trade based on the strategy we are trading. And you just follow it, market insight. It gives you an idea of how we trade, and you can duplicate that idea. It means you're knowing how to trade a certain way, not just following signals, but also understanding how signals, all right, form a strategy. Does this make sense? So that's what we're doing in markets, Forex insight. Okay. Then smart money moves is just about money in minutes. Okay, we trade the market right now. I'm going to tell you what I want to buy, what I want to sell. So if you guys are new, just go watch the HFX setup. If you click the link in the Telegram channel, you're going to find HFX setup and you're also going to find Forex setup. Okay. So for those of you that are new here, that is where to get started. So just experience it so you know how we do it every single day. Amen. I would have loved to do a recap of last week trade ideas. So we lost only 2 ideas last week. And one was G, but it was not really a loss. It was actually a win, but I didn't just update it. Okay, because the trade that I gave, the insight I gave, I said if the market breaks and I retest, okay, it was going to buy. And we bought it because I think it was it was a live session, and I said, oh, if it breaks and it closes above, okay. But the truth is it rejected and it broke and it broke, retested, closed. So this actually was a win trade. Okay. But I didn't even just, it was late last night I saw, oh, so it was not even a lesson, it was a win. Okay. It's just that we did not pay attention. I love to actually analyze what I pay attention to. Okay, and I make it as a result. So in the direction of this week, two things is going to happen. I already see two things happen in this market. So I'm on price action right now. So this is clearly, well, this is clearly looking like GU is going to sell. What's the time right now? Okay, 9:30. All right, good. If GU breaks below this area, all right, we might be seeing some good drops in GU over the course of the day. Okay. So there are two ways I'm going to approach GU. First is if it breaks, all right, it retests this area. Okay, close as a sell. I'm going to sell on price action. All right. That is break of structure, retest of structure. I'm going to go in for a sell. So that is one approach. That is my price action approach. Now, when we look at GU from snipe approach, so GU has actually, what's the time? Okay, I'm on 15 minutes. Why is the market looking like this? I'm already good, I'm coming. I think good has sniped this morning. Gold sniped. But I would want it to break structure. So, like I told you guys yesterday, anything that I do now, okay, my approach is it's not just about a snipe when there is a pending structure. So market in Asian, okay, consolidated through. Okay. If market is going to go to the previous high, which is here, okay, potential, the next potential is here. So this is the previous high, okay, and this is the previous low. The question I'm asking myself is where would I love to invest in the market? I would rather allow liquidity push low, all right, than a push above. That doesn't mean I cannot buy, but I would only buy if I have an extension, okay, that my buy has a risk to reward ratio that can pay me at least 1 to 1. So let's say the market breaks above this structure right now. Okay, this is going to be my risk. This is going to be my reward plan. Is this up to 1 to 1? It is a good reward 1 to. I don't hope the market. I try. I try. I'm logical in my analysis. Okay. So the first thing is that I want to see my position. Okay. The position for a buy and a position for a sell. And in my position, I also want to see potential. What's the potential if I risk in this trade? So I don't just enter a trade because the trade is buying. No, I want to see my potential before my investment. Okay. So I'm the one who decides if I want to buy and or I want to sell. It's not the market that decides for me. Does that make sense? That is my strategy. So this is a good trade. It's a snipe, but guess what? It is technically all right under or consolidation. So I do know that if the market breaks structure, all right, that's it has sniped, it has broken structure, then we can target the previous day high. Now, the target for the previous day high is not investment wise based on our trading concept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore this buy and I'm going to set up for a sell. Okay, because if the market decides to sell, okay, the potential for a sell is ideal for me because when the market decides to sell, so let's say close this year, this is going to be my risk. The potential for the previous day hunt liquidity, okay, is over 1 to 3. I'd love to invest in this. Does this make sense? So I'm going to be waiting for a sell on Euro US gold. Are you guys getting the drill? Let me know. Put tap on the chart if you guys are getting the drill. So it's not that the market cannot buy. It does not fall in my requirement for a buy. Okay. My requirement for a buy is that if the market buys, I want to see potential or minimum potential of 1 to 1. Now, I am the one who defines potential, not the market. Hey, Kenfrey, you can still buy and break above this. I've done this several times, yes. But my yardstick for my concept is when the market breaks every day, when the market breaks the first 15-minute candle, it either moves to the previous day high or previous day low. That is my measurement of my intraday strategy. Okay. So if it breaks to the previous day high, this is it. It's a good one. Okay. Now it may break this one and continue going up. Okay, that's fine. We wait for tomorrow. So because if the market breaks this, okay, the next hunt is going to be this. Okay, I'll wait for that tomorrow. So when it breaks this area tomorrow, we're going to be somewhere around here. Boom. all right, I'll take it this way because why? It has good potential. So that is my approach, all right? And let's see how the market plays out. Does that make sense? But if you feel like, oh, Kendry, I've been doing, I've been ignorant of all this structure and anything, I just take trades when it breaks up. Okay, fine. You can get in and buy right now. Okay. The market has sniped. You can buy. Put your stop loss here and just target your one-to-one, however you do the thing. Does that make sense? So that's my approach on gold. Let me send this in the group. If you have a question, you can ask. Okay, so I did gold. I was on GU. So good. Um, so GU is still structural. So GU, what's happening? Why am I not seeing my London craft for today? Has there been any wait? Something is different. Hold on, guys. Okay, gold has its London structure. Why does EU? Why does EU? What's happening with these guys? Okay, I think something Monday is happening to these guys. Normally we're supposed to have our London structure start with the 8 a.m. candle, the 9 a.m. candle in Nigeria. But it's not showing right now. I don't know why that is. I'm a little bit curious as to that. Let me just see. Okay, S&P 500 has started. We made money in S&P 500 last week a lot. All trade was back to back. Gold was the same thing back to back. We only lost on currency. So let's see. So this was our trade. You're seeing all these boxes. This was our trade. This was the first win. This was the second win. This was the third win. Okay. And we had another one here to continue the win. We have 4 trade on S&P 500 we traded last week. So if I'm looking at these right now, let's start a new week. The previous day high is here. Previous day low is here. Okay, if this market breaks, it's in a structure right now. Hold on. This market just, if it breaks above this, so this is the first 15-minute candle. And if it breaks above this first 15-minute candle, this area, it's going to be a good trade. Okay. It means if we get in, we can now target the previous day high. This is good, but let's confirm. So this is going to be the risk. Okay. Based on risk to reward, this is a good trade. So if this trade closes above right now, I'm going to buy, all right, S&P 500. Okay. Now, don't always forget the target of the day, okay, is the day. But your first entry, so I give you guys a risk plan. When you're trading, okay, let's say 2% of your trade for a particular portfolio. So if you have a portfolio for indices like S&P 500 or now whatever you're trading in the indices, okay, you're risking 2%. All right. So let's say you're risking 2% for portfolio. Now, your risk measure may be your choice, but I'm just giving you guys a yardstick of what I do. So if you're risking 2% for a portfolio, based on my strategy, okay, I divide my 2% into 4 places. So two portion of those 4 places will go to my entry 1 and entry 2. Okay. So my first entry, so I'm buying this. So case in point, I have $1,000. All right. 2% of $1,000 is $20. Now, I'll divide $20 into 2 places. $10 will be used to take my first trade. Now that I'm saying it in this way, many of you are ashamed. Okay, I say $20. Why would I, what's $20? I'm going to tell you what I'm telling you right now. So $10 will be used to take the buy, and I will leave $10 for the other outcome. Okay, because now if the trade like gold, now there is no other outcome, it's a sell. So I could use my 2% for the sell. But when the trade has an outcome, because now if I'm looking at this right now, okay, this is the snipe of the day, okay, and this is the low. It means if market breaks below this area, I would allow market to break below this area and I will sell. So that is a snipe and a break of structure. Okay. The reason I will sell is it has a potential that is, so let's say it breaks below this area. If I look at my 1-to-1, okay, so let's say even this trade decides to go down right now, there's 1-to-1 for the trade. This is a good trade. So it means the market, the truth is one of the things a lot of people do in trading, I don't know, I'm paying attention to this because today is Monday and I want you guys to have a concept before we get into the money. Okay. A lot of people have been trained to determine what the market wants to do. Nobody knows what the market will do. I don't. If the market is going to buy, I don't know if it's going to buy. Neither do I know if it's going to sell. It only gives me clues. And what I do is that I form these clues into a concept of trading. So I say, if the market gives me these clues, this is what I'm going to do. If the market gives me these clues, this is what I'm going to do. All right. I don't take the clues as this is what the market will do. So the market can buy, can sell. What will I do if it buys? This is what I would do. I would allow it to break this area, okay, and I'll take it to this area. But my first exit is going to be 1-to-1. So I put 70% of my trade in that 1-to-1, 70% of my risk. So the risk is $10. Okay, that's 1% is the risk for this trade. So 70% of $10 is what? $7. So it means if I'm entering for exit 1, I will use $7. Then I would leave the other one to whatsoever the potential of the day is. Does this make sense? All right. Put tap on the chat if you got that. You tap that. So that is my approach. Whether $100, whether $10,000, whether 1,000 is the same structure of trading. Okay. Now, what is the other thing? So, Kenvry, what if the risk is more than $7? Okay. The thing is, you don't have to take the trade if it's more than your risk. Or what you now do, if you have a type of account that does not fit the narrative of indices, okay, you can scale. Like I told you guys in the last class, you cannot scale to 4%. All right. It means you are subjected to that scale. Okay. You scale to 4% and use 2% so that you can allow your broker or you can allow your risk. Does that make sense? And it now has to be a structure for every trade, not a one-time trade. Okay. Does that make sense? So that is what I'm going to be doing for the buy. And when it decides, oh, maybe it hit my SL and it's coming back, I still have 1% to take that trade for the sell. That way I committed 2% for the day. Okay. You can't get bad in doing that. You're growing. So I'll put an alarm here right now. If it breaks above, it notifies me. So I'll put an alarm here. I don't know if you get this drill. It's a simple concept. Don't wire your brain too much. It's just simple. When the market breaks above, I'll buy. Okay, my TP1 will be 70% of my risk. My TP2, I'll leave it open. You can decide to leave it open or you can decide to break even. But at the end of the day, if it hits that, the moment it hits exit 1, you will never lose that trade again because why? The 7% would have paid up for your what? Your risk. All right. So if the other potential goes at added money, same thing with the sell. All right. Everything that I'm trying to hear right now. That's what I do every day. So if you don't understand it today, just show up every day, you understand it more. And you can ask questions at the end of the session. So um, let me send this in the group. SP 500. SP 500 is one of my favorite pairs at the moment. Okay. Um, for some of you, I know you trade US 30 is very, very blunt. US 30 is quite sharp. All right. US 30, we made money well out, just like S&P 500. So what I do is I choose one of the indices. So this is clearly the approach. It has a consolidation, so I'll wait for the market to break above and I'll buy. Now, why am I going to buy? I'm going to buy if I see what's the next daily high. If I do not see a potential for the buy, I don't buy. So this market, I'm not going to buy. I'm going to wait for the market to sell it on premium. There is no yardstick for me to buy. It doesn't have a previous day target. So the market is in an all-time high. So I have no business buying a market that does not give me, all right, a yardstick for a buy. So I am not hoping for the market to buy because I don't know where it's buying to. It's creating new highs. Okay. So the only thing I do know in this market right now is it has, wow, just, oh boy, I like this type of things. Just imagine if this market decides to sell. This is the potential. We had one of these. We had one of these S&P 500 last week. You guys think this is too far? Don't test indices. That is very good at that. Indices within 24 hours, within less than 48 hours, market moved this type of move. All right. Just prepare yourself for where potential is. You're going to make money. So what this means is if this market breaks below this structure, okay, I'm going to put alarm. Okay, I'm getting in on the trade and my target is this low. Look at this risk to reward. If you hit one of these trade, you're done for the week. You're done for the week. Okay, priority closing is going to be 50%. S&P US 30, S&P 500 are very, very good at that. All right, 30% they'll start playing price action. It may be a test. At least 30% you still get almost 1 to 3. All right, that's beautiful. But this is it. This is it. US 30, you want to come and why is S&P 500 not like this? Oh, I didn't even, what? Oh, wait, what did I do? Oh, I made a miss. Why did I choose? This was the previous day high. The low. Sorry. Oh, come on. I love you. Okay. Yeah. Why did I go and pick this? It's actually the previous day low. So the previous day low for this, I just look at that. Okay, the previous day low. So this is the present day. This is the previous day low. Come on, this is good. And trust me, in a daily, market is on premium in daily, which means if this rejection holds and it decides to sell, it will sell very well. So don't think this is not is not achievable in the quick run, man. So I love this. Okay. I love this. This is good. This is so good. Okay. So I've given you guys gold. So S&P 500 and US 30, they're moving alike. All right. So I've given you guys gold. I've given you guys S&P 500. Okay. I also insightfully showed you guys US 30, which is same structure. I'm not selling. I'm not buying. I only want to sell. This does not have a yardstick for a buy. So this is good. You guys can take a screenshot of this. Okay, let me add it. I normally don't send two indices, but let me just add it. US 30 sell snipe insight. All right. What else? Okay. German. I know some of you are fans of German 30. So German 30, I'm not even going to trade German 30 today. I gave you guys one of the variation. If the market opens and it opens more than 80 pips, all right. If the London opening is like this, don't trade. It's not too good, right? It increases your risk, so you can just let it go. So I'm not going to trade this. Okay, with that being said, so I don't know what's happening with these currencies, why they are stuck, they're not moving, all right? It literally is not moving. So I think market hasn't opened. Let me check another Euro USD. Okay, I think it's that particular broker. Okay, it's that particular broker. So let me see another GU. Let me change the GU. Maybe that particular broker has not started business. Okay, I think this is still one of them. Okay, so this is in business. So like I was telling you, what happened now? I just changed, you know. Okay. So there is structure, right? The market has sniped this morning, but it didn't break structure. That's why I'm always telling you guys, wait for the market to break structure. So this is structure. If the market closes below this area, I'm going to be in on a sell on GU. Okay. Now, this is the closing. If it closes above this area, it means it's a sniper above, but I would want the market to actually what? Close above structure. So if it closes above structure, I'm going to buy. Okay. The target for the buy is not healthy. Okay. It's not healthy when it breaks and closes above. So there is structure there. Yeah. It's not healthy. So let me see for the sell. The sell is better. So let's see if this market is going to close below. And we're going to get in for a sell. And this is going to be our risk. And this is going to be our reward. Okay. So this is my GU snipe idea. Very clean. It's clean. All right. All right, so I'm not going to be interested in the buy. So I'm putting everything on the side. If it doesn't happen, if the sale doesn't happen, it continues to buy. Okay, I'll wait for the next day. All right. So for this, it's the same thing. Is this market stock as well? So on price action, this is also very, very good. Okay. I'm looking forward for this market to play these areas. I'm going to buy it. So on price action, I can buy. Okay. Because why? Price action has a long variation of potential. It's not subjective to what is happening today. Okay. So if the market breaks above this area, the next target is this area. All I just need to do is for market to break structure. This is one of the simplest strategy every beginner should trade. It is very, very simple. Okay. When you see market consolidating, wait for a break of structure and a retest of structure. You are going to be paid. Okay. It is very, very simple. Like when I say simple. All right. So whenever you see consolidation, this was a strong consolidation in the market. Now, market broke, and you always have to know your point of interest. So I think one of the sessions in the week, maybe I'll take one evening session. I'm going to host an evening session, and we're just going to do price action. All right. So because I want you guys to understand price action. When market consolidates, it's giving you opportunity. So, and it's one strategy every beginner can master and start with. So this is my GU concept. You guys can take a screenshot of it. Okay. So some of the times I'm going to be adding my price action. GU price action setup. I have a question for you guys. You leave the session, you will not benefit from that. Okay, so before I move into smart money moves, anybody have a question? I want to move to smart money moves right now. We're going to take the next couple of minutes for smart money moves. All right. See, these images are not clear. Can you give these signals in figures? No. If they are not clear, that is because you don't want it to be clear. You don't know how to read them. All right. That's the truth. I want to ask the questions to other people. Are the images I'm sending, are they clear? Everyone, that's a question for everyone. So, are you seeing the response of other people? Okay, so that means there is a certain way you understand ideas, and you want me to do it in that certain way, which I explained earlier. All right, if you're a signal oriented, this is not a signal, it's an idea. I explained what I want. I marked the areas. Even if I did not send the image, you should be able to get it, because why? I marked the structure above, I marked the structure below. If you look at your GBP US in your trading view, it's the same. You can just mark the structure, but it's a very simple concept. One of the things we need to tell our mind, there is so much garbage in our mind, just delete them and just follow through. Simplicity of instruction. And if you don't, just ask question. Don't instruct. You just instructed me. Can I tell you, if I were you, what I would do? See, we're learning. And sometimes what I would do is I'm blunt. Some people don't like me being blunt. But the truth is, if we're a family, I should be able to tell you, all right, how you're stepping. So what is it am I really doing? Okay. I'm marking the high and the low. Kendrick, how do you select your highs and the lows that you mark for your structure? How do you determine structure? It will make me explain detail and you will get it more. And you will now know how to select it yourself. Does that make sense? Do you think what I just said is true? Okay. Asking questions to know will put you in a safe spot. See, I know you're new today. Okay. So you are everywhere. You just want to get it. You're doing the very thing I told you not to do. Okay. You're new to the concept. You do not know do you know the concept of the London breakout sniper? Kabin. You're forcing yourself to understand something you have not experienced. And you did not even ask the question, okay, what's the concept of your trading? You're just trying to, you're everywhere. You're everywhere. You're just, okay, relax. Keep it simple and short. Does that make sense? Have I helped you? Don't get everything today. You won't. Okay? The more you show up on the session, the more you're going to increase the value of your time. There are certain things you won't know today. Even if I explain it, you still won't get it. I promise you. Don't force yourself. Just imagine what I am doing is what I do every day that gives us our results. It's so clear. Okay. We have a concept of trading. And the truth is that concept is in the, I've taught it is on my YouTube, the London Breaker Sniper. We have the video. Someone can actually send a video. You can watch it. But I've actually done an upgraded form, uh, uh, version of it. Now, another thing I try to do, I search my spirit and I ask, what is the mode of exposure in knowledge? There are certain things, there are certain mistakes we make as coaches. I'm trying to do right by the errors, and I don't want to continually do those errors into the future, because your journey with me, I am in the journey to your future. I don't have to teach you everything that I'm doing for you to clearly understand it. But I do know that if you're patient enough to experience how I do it every day, you would understand it. It means the knowledge I am showing you is guided, precise. Okay, you're seeing me come in the market and you're seeing my selective ideas, how I treat the market, and it's the same way every single day. So I don't even have to explain to you what you need to do, and you just go and do it by yourself. You will see me do it every day. You show up. You see me do it every day. Exceptionally, you're going to know how to do it for yourself. You know what has happened? I didn't just train you. I gave you a knowledge that is guided, that you mastered without even learning it. Does that make sense? That is what market insight is for. It's the best way to teach a trading strategy. Because why? It needs patience. It needs guidance. Sometimes when we teach you the concept of trading and the strategy of trading, you go independent and you go blazing, you go in discipline, you are not guided. And you just go fumble. Because why? Every part of you just want to master it quickly and you're not guided. But now you show up every day, you're being guided. You're knowing what I'm doing, and you're seeing the result. Every day you're seeing the result. Oh, this is good. You'll be doing it rightly. All right. So I want to move into money. Means that I believe that's the only question that was asked, right? Is there any question for Forex? So I've sent our idea that I'm looking at for. So guys, if you are here, I am someone who has, so don't mind me. There are certain currencies I don't look at, except you ask or you say, I may look at them, but I am focused on portfolio. Okay, I have different portfolios that is centered around currency, indices, and commodities. For commodities, I trade gold. So I would always look at gold. It's one of my money moves. Okay, then I have indices. I'm more a volatile trader now. Okay, I found the secret to trading lies in understanding of volatility. You make more money on volatility than what that's currencies that are volatile than the ones that are stock. So currency pairs are kind of poor to me, but I trade GBP, USD. Now I've added GBP, JPY. I didn't know why I didn't look at GBP, JPY. Sorry, guys. Sorry. GBP, JPY. So we made money in GBP, JPY back to back last week as well. Okay, so this looks, let's see, these are previous day low. Do we have market is going to still consolidate? Previous day high is not good. Okay, hold on. That's previous day high. There's been a change of character. If market breaks above this area, it's likely gonna buy. But it's still in a noise though. The noise is much. But if market breaks above this area, I think this is going to be beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful buy. Because it has one-to-one. If it does, yeah, it's going to be a beautiful buy. If it breaks above, okay, it's going to be a beautiful buy. This is going to be the risk. But I'm not too certain of the sell. Let's see. Market has to break below this area. It would have sniped an unbroken structure. So this is the Asian. I always put my risk in Asian swing low or swing high. Okay, so if that be it, there's also a one-to-one on the trade. So GBP JPY is not a bad trade. Both side has potential. Okay, even if it's small, at least it's tradable. So we have another, for those of you. So the reason I send currencies like this is so you guys, many of you are versatile in trade. Okay. Some of you like some certain pairs. So I've added GU to my GJ to my snipe. GJ snipe inside. And sometimes any one of them can just play out. So currencies I trade in my currency account, I trade GU, I trade GJ, and I trade EU. Okay. So that is that. AUD JPY. Now you can use my concept to go do AUD JPY. So if I'm not trading it, I may not actually put it as a priority look at. Okay. Except we have time, you can tell me to look at it and I'll just scale through it. But right about now, I've added this officially to our snipe moves and our market structure as well. So do you usually draw your zones on wick or the body of the candles combined? Okay. The extension of the zone covers the body and the wick. So if you look at this right now, okay, I picked this candle, this body and wick. That is the extension. Okay, because this is what a high, low retest. So this is, and this did break our structure. So that made it a swing. All right, a swing high. So because there's a break or structure, I picked that. Okay. Coach, you said when a 15-minute candle breaks, it's either it goes to what, please? You are still among those people who do not understand the strategy. All right. So it's part of the concept of the strategy. So you may go watch the video. Okay. Though the video is outdated right now, but you want to use it. Something you can post our first video on London Breakout Sniper. It's outdated now, but you could use it to just prime yourself because I will not have the time to go back. But I do it every day. So when the market breaks and close, so the first what I'm looking for every day, okay, is the previous day high or the previous day low. When I open the market, I will mark the previous day high and the previous day low of a particular currency. Okay. That gives me my position. Then I want to see the potential for the buy and the sell by opening the first 15-minute candle of the London session. Okay, first 15-minute candle. So if the first 15-minute candle breaks above, okay, my target is the previous day high. If it breaks below, my target is the previous day low. So the first 15-minute candle is called my consideration candle. So everything, so if you look at this candle right now, this candle is what this candle, oh boy, is this less? How many pips is this? It is invalid if it's less than 5 pips. This is less than 5. Okay, this is currency. This is less than 5 pips. So this is actually invalid. But that determines, which means if it even breaks, if it snipes, okay, I wouldn't even take the trade. But the only reason I'm going to take this trade right now is because I'm taking the structure. Okay, it has to be, the candle has to be 5 pips, okay, minimum. So this determines, so if the market breaks above this candle, I'll be looking for a buy. The market breaks below this candle, I'll be looking for a sell. So that is the concept. Now, a variation of strategy is when it breaks above and there is structure, I would wait for it to break the structure. That is snipe structure. Okay. So I'm allowing the market to snipe, but at the same time break structure. Very simple. Like the strategy is simple. Okay. At the same time, if it breaks and it snipes, I would wait. So this is a structure. I'll just wait for it to break the structure and I'll sell. Does that make sense? Every day. That's what we trade. Does that make sense, Jessica? So I drop an alarm. I didn't even drop an alarm. You guys want us to see 3HFX? Snipe means the closing. The name of the closing is called snipe. So when it breaks and close above the candle, it's called a snipe. All right. Good. So let's get into money in minutes. Even if it's one trade we catch. Let's see. I always like to just prepare you guys for Monday. If I come in on Wednesday, I'm not going to be explaining too many things because I've given you guys a foundation to understand. This is CAD CHF. CAD CHF looks like it's selling, but let's just check. CAD CHF is strong. CAD is weak. How many of you have set up your, okay, before I even trade, waste my time in trading. How many of you are HFX set up? Okay. Euro USD should be buying. Let's go look at that quickly. This is among, why is this guy stuck? Let me bring this one up. Okay, this is Euro USD. 5 minutes is bullish, 15 minutes is bullish, 1 hour if you're bullish, let's go. Okay, daily is across board, this market is bullish. So, so sentimentally, it's bullish. Okay, trend, it is bullish. So all I need to do is technical now. Let's get the technical areas we're going to trade it. Everything I'm doing right now, I've taught you guys, is in the HFX setup. So watch the video, you learn this. Very simple. I just have an incredible way of helping you guys make money. Okay, guys. So, activities are going to start happening. I believe the market comes back here. It may be ready for this buy. If not that, I'm going to be looking forward to this area. Now that I got the technical areas, the next thing that determines my entry, okay, is when market comes low, all right, when you see stochastic at green and any of this is on these technical areas, trade is good to go. So I believe this area is going to be good. All right, the 584 area is going to be good for a buy for 5 minutes. So that's Euro USD. So that is, if you look here, this is around where we're trading. All right. So one of the things you guys should master is the same way I'm doing it on TradingView, you can go do it on your broker because you get your precise price. If you look here right now, this is the candle. All right. This candle low is this price, 584. Okay. And it is this. So this is the candle I just marked. This candle low. Here it is 583. There it is 584. So this is the region that wants to be traded. So between there and here. So if this market comes here right now, whether 592, okay, it is 583, all right, to 592. I'm going to buy this market for 5 minutes. What's the time? Oh, well, on time in 10:14. It's supposed to be getting set. Let's see. Gosh, it's not there. I would have traded 643. but it's not there yet. It's not there yet. So let's see if it's going to pull down, all right, or drop an alarm. It means it's going to be ready when it comes there. We're going to take a buy. All right. So EU is settled. Let's see if we have another one that could go for backup. Oh, it was CHF is strong. GBP CHF. Or USD CHF. Any one of them is still good. Let's check USD CHF. I'm not really friends with USD CHF anyway. Again, I'm not sure is it okay, it's there. Okay, so this is USD CHF. 5 minutes is bearish, 15 minutes is bearish, 1 hour is bearish, okay. And daily is bearish, so we can sell this market very well. Let's see. I told you guys I have a question. But I'll ask the question when I'm fully set up. How many of you were present in my session? Okay. You were present in my session, the Telegram session we had yesterday. Many of you are missing out on a lot. I know many of you are curious. What's Cambry doing? Okay, don't worry. When I'm done setting up, I'll just give you guys a heads out. A head start for those of you that are new and you're curious what's happening here. But I know many of you are used to it because you followed me from I am. So what I just did in 4 time frame is called charting. So in the concept of my trading, sentiment is number one. I check sentiment to know what's strong, what's weak for me to buy and sell. So CHF, USD CHF, USD is the base currency, CHF is the quote currency. Okay. If the base currency is weaker than the quote currency, the market is going to sell. If the base currency is stronger than the quote currency, the market is going to buy. So because CHF is stronger than USD, the market is selling. Okay, so I'm looking for a sell, but to buttress the sell, I want to know if the trend is what? Bearish. And there are 4 time frames that I used to know. So I gave, all right, there was a tool that I gave, all right, in the new set of you watch the video. This helps me know. So anytime price is below this tool, so it's super, you can go select it, what was it called? EMA 200. Okay, just select EMA 200, put it in your, whenever price is below EMA in 5 minutes, is bearish. If it's below it on 15 minutes, the market is bearish. If it's below it on 1 hour, the market is bearish. As long as price is below it on 3 time frame out of the 4, it means the trend aligns with the sentiment. Now you can now move to technical. All right, technical. How do you do technical? That is what I do. So from daily, I mark the previous day body and week at the top, body and week at the bottom. Okay, I move to 4 hour, I do the same thing, body and week, the previous candle. Okay, I move to 1 hour, I do the same thing, and I move to what? 15 minutes, I do the same thing. It means I've gotten all the technical areas, okay, from the daily to the 15 minutes. Okay, the body and the opening and the body of a candle speaks volume. Okay, so I capture the volume in those daily, so that tells me, all right, technical areas that I want to trade. So now that I've got to my technical areas, the next thing is, all right, I'm going to wait for price to come into range of what? Extension. So for a sell, I'm waiting for price on the 5 minutes. Okay. I want price. So I have a tool. You can use stochastic, you can use RSI. Okay, if that comes into the red, boom, I'm going to sell. I'll sell any technical area that I have marked, whether any of the line you see above. Okay, if the market comes there, I'm going to take the trade for 5 minutes. Very simple concept. It's a no-brainer. All right, no-brainer. So if this move comes here right now, I'll be looking for any of these technical areas to trade. Okay. So, but I'll still, sometimes I'll give you a preference. As you grow with me, you're going to begin to see my preference of the things that I look out for. All right. So I do know right now that if the market comes here, if the market comes here, so every color, so that's why I color my area. If it's an hour, that's 1 hour. If it is purple, that's 4 hours. If it is black, that's daily. Stronger candles have more volume than the smaller candles. Does that make sense? So what this means is if market comes into this area right now, I think there's going to be sell. If it doesn't sell here, okay, because on price action, okay, market breaks, it tends to retest. So that should be an area of a sell. If it doesn't sell here, it's going to come into this area. This is going to be my next area for a sell. Okay. It doesn't sell here, it means the market has to come to what? This another area. So it depends. All right. But now the last component for me is every 15 minutes on the clock, the market tends to make a reversal. So I tend to play on every 15 minutes. So the next 15 minutes right now is 10:30. So I'm going to wait around 10:30. If the market comes into any of this region, that's my best time. Sometimes I can take it before 10:30. All right. That's just me getting in. But the best times are always what? The 15 minutes, the o'clock, 15, 30, 45 o'clock. That's the best time. Very simple concept. Ageless. Beautiful concept. Day in, day out. So if you look at Euro USD right now, something that has happened on Euro USD, okay, the market has tired out. It's now in the green. What this is telling me right now is market is getting ready. It's like the volume is getting set. So the next timing for, oh man, is going to be what? 10, 10. So let's see how this plays out. It is not fully there, but it's getting there. It means anything around there. If market pulls that to this level again, it may be ready. But let's just see how this plays out. But did you guys get the concept so far? Very simple. Did you guys just, my simple explanation, did you get the concept? All right. Let me know in the chat if you guys got the concept. So cabinet, based on what I explained, did you get the answer to your question? I said 4 time frame, you need 3. It could be daily, it could be 15 minutes and 5 minutes. It could be 1 hour, 15 minutes and 5 minutes. It could be daily, 1 hour and 15 minutes. As long as you have 3 time frame that aligns with the bearish or bullish, you're good to go. Does that answer your question? Good. Keep it simple. There is no logic around it. It's just a draft. Let your trade follow this draft. Whether in 1 hour is bullish and a day is bearish, what do I do? It doesn't matter. Just as long as 3 time frame aligns with your sentiment, find your trade. Okay. Overanalysis is proof of poverty. You guys are shocked. How many of you are shocked? Let me know in the chat. We are waiting for trade. Okay. So overanalysis is proof of poverty, lack of confidence. inferiority, presence of inferiority complex. Every 15 minutes on the clock, the market tends to make a move in the different direction. Okay, can you see 10, 15? Play the move in a different direction. All right. Though it didn't align with our concept, it didn't align with the draft. That's why we didn't take the trade, but you can see that. All right. So trust your draft. Trust your draft. Trade your draft. If the results show, at least for you guys trading with me, even if you just started, my history, am I full proof of my history? My history with HFX, for those of you that have followed, okay, am I the full proof of my history? The result I've built in HFX in this industry, nobody can beat it. Okay, nobody has beaten it. Okay. So if that's nothing, I don't know what would be a thing. Okay. And the truth is, one of the reasons I kept it simple. I kept it simple. And another dangerous thing I did. Are you guys ready for that? There's a mystery behind the things that I do, because there's a deeper message that I'm trying to send to every trader in this trading space. You guys are not ready. Let me keep it. So the most important thing in trading for me is risk management, money management. Okay. There are dumb strategies that can make you a lot of money. Dumb strategies. If you have a good money routine, it's not the strategy that will pay you. It's your risk plan. If you can earn, you can retain, you can duplicate. But a lot of people just want to earn. Hence, okay, they are choosing bad routines of trading. You don't need to overanalyze the market. Just understand the concept and have a good investment plan. You will make money from this market. You know why I don't conceal information that are so powerful? People get confused. You see, one of the things you guys are trying to do right now, the brain you guys used to understand trading is different from, you guys think trading is complex. So you are coming with a complex mindset that this thing is supposed to be complex. But I'm just speaking simple language, simplicity. And I don't conceal, since I've been trading binary option, if you go to my YouTube, all my binary strategies are there. How I trade binary. It's been there. I don't conceal it. Like I don't, okay, hold on. Am I using the right English? I don't hold off the source, because I've realized it's not the source that will make you money. Okay. Knowledge is cheap. Principles are expensive. So I show you what I do every day, but that doesn't mean you do it. Because why? The person who is trading is what gets results. You cannot get the result that you are not. The moment you understand this truth, you will learn in a different way. I promise you. You will start looking for things differently. The knowledge can only reflect who you are. So I learn to be more. I learn to grow. I find things that will make me be more valuable, be more, all right, impactful. I want to grow my person, because I realize that money comes to me in direct proportional of my level of growth, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Not my finances is determined by the level of my growth, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So if I don't grow, my money don't grow. So no technicality can grow my money. No skill can grow my money beyond my personality. So I learn to grow my personality. So when I find people, I find mentors, I find opportunities, I find communities, What I'm doing is I'm looking for opportunities to grow my personality, not my opportunities to learn. Your learning does not improve your personality. That's the shocking news. Okay, I'll give you guys a practical. If I say what I want to say right now, it's gonna make me talk more than I've spoken already. I'll leave that for another day. But a better way for you guys to understand this: the poorest people in this world are not illiterate. They're educated. The richest people in this world are not educated. Do you guys agree with me? It's okay for you not to agree. I have data. So if you do your research, people who go out of the narrative of knowledge become exceptional. Okay, those who know all of the books, all of the professors in the world, all right, their finances are subjective. So knowledge is not the key to wealth. There is a power in knowledge if you understand principles. Some people, you don't need education to understand principles. In fact, the less education, the more application. Because education restrains you. Everything you learn, seeking power to control you. So you want to be careful what you learn. All right, because you're a product of that which you know. And if your knowledge is not guided, so market is, if you look at market right now, okay, market is slow. Today is Monday. Okay, my approach towards binary options on Monday, I'm always slow. I'm always on the, because why? The market is just, it's just resuming. Sometimes it could be volatile, sometimes it's not. All right. So hence today's session, we've not really picked a trade, okay, because we have to wait for the trade to come to us. Okay, we have to wait, but now it's not coming to us. So hence, but the whole idea is that at least you guys got a concept of what we trade. One of the things that I'm trying to pinpoint in all of this conversation, what's the time right now? 32. Okay, I dropped an alarm. I'm just gonna, I'll be here till 10:45. If we do not find the trade 10:45, I'll close the session. Okay, but I dropped an alarm in where I want to trade right now. If it comes at 10:45, all right, we'll trade it. Okay, so I've dropped an alarm on both. If the market comes here, I'm going to trade. If it comes here, I'm going to trade. So let's give room for questions. And if you guys have questions, you can shoot. You can raise your hand if you want to ask a question. And I'm not done with the session. I'm just trying to wait. So I've done an alarm. If it comes, it's going to notify us. We still have a couple of minutes. So smart money principles are more powerful than technical trading. You should have a smart money principle. Your application of money will determine how much you earn and how much you lose. Okay. So some people do not have good application of money. They don't have a principle of investment. Trading is an investment. Many of you are gambling. You're just gambling. You just want to make money. So you don't have a precept of making money. You're just gambling. All right. And the mindset to gamble is generic. The outcome is guaranteed. So that is one of the things I saw. Why should I gamble? It's enticing. You can dabble in, you can make a lot of money. But when something has a guaranteed outcome, the guarantee is if you have a gamble mindset, you cannot retain money. And if you cannot retain money, you cannot be wealthy. Okay. There is no lottery earner that is in the top 1,000 income earners in the world. no gambler. Okay. 5 to 7 years will determine the outcome of gambling. So I don't want to go into data many of you are not even interested in. Okay, I'm someone that I'm built by everything I do today. I've seen the 7 years outcome. Okay, so I love to play in something that has a guaranteed outcome. When I use the word guaranteed, I'm using maybe the closest word is certainty. There are no guarantees, but in principle, there are guarantees. There might not be how am I going to put it? If you plant, you sow seeds, there's a guarantee that you're going to have trees. But there is no certainty that every seed you sow will become a tree. There's no certainty. But if you keep sowing, there's a guarantee that you get a tree. Do you guys get it? You get what I'm saying? I'm saying right now. Okay. In the same light, there is no guarantee that if you keep plucking fruit, you will have a tree. Put 100 if you got that. Or I could say, it is a guarantee that you will not have a tree if you keep plucking fruit. Or is there a guarantee? Is there a probability that you may have a tree if you keep plucking fruits? Please, anybody can educate me. Hey, Kenry, how does this affect trading? How is this trading related? Absolutely 100%. Everything principles affect every status of life. Okay, I find marking the resistance and support zone correctly very important to getting accurate entry points and stop loss. Emphasis on correctly. Any video on that I can always watch to get used to that. Just watch the video on the HFX launch. And let me help you in on something else. What you just said right now is absolutely correct, but limited. It is not true, but it is correct. Do you want me to elaborate? It is correct. Precision, the art of being precise as to getting your entries is very important. Hence, it is correct. Okay? But it is not true, okay? Because your entries does not determine the outcome of your trade. So this is a flip of my own understanding. I just said something right now. Charting. It is so simple. What am I charting? Candle top, candle body. True or true? Cabin. True. Is there anything you need to know extra knowledge to be able to get a precise candle top and a candle body in a particular candle? Do you need choice? Is there a variation? Do you need a skill to be able to identify if I put a candle in your front right now and I say put a line at the top of the candle and put it at the body of the candle, up and down, do you need extra knowledge to be able to do that? Do you need to, you see where you're going? I'm asking a direct question. If I put a candle in front of you right now, I say this particular candle, mark the top and the body, mark the bottom and the body. Do you need extra? Do you need to watch a video, watch something extra to be able to know that? You guys are answering for Kabein. I want Kabein to be confident of what I'm speaking. No, 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 no. Don't go extra. Just stay with me. I'm with you. I just want to do something with you. See, do you know how long I've been a coach? Part of knowledge, okay, is getting rid of constraint knowledge. There are certain things you've known, they are garbage. You need to understand concept, learn from concept. Okay, it's easy for you. Many of you, you've learned by narrative of what someone taught you, and you're stayed in that narrative and you're controlled by that narrative. No, I don't teach that way. Okay. That is why my kind of knowledge is simple, but you will be questioning it because you're finding it hard to add it to the narrative you're coming from. But it is simple. You don't need to watch videos to understand what I just did with you. You just need to understand the concept. You don't need to watch a video. And that's why I directed you to the video. And the thing I'm telling you right now, this goes to everybody. The thing you need to watch out in the video is not where I selected my candle. What was the concept of the selection of the candle? The concept is charting. Charting is you go to the previous day, you select the previous day candle, and you mark the high and the low, body, wick. Trust me, even if you're a beginner here in this call, do you need extra knowledge to be able to do that? Be honest. Do you need to learn how to do that? Maybe you guys are not getting what I'm saying. All right. So I'll do something with you guys right now. So the market is not coming to us. Market is stiff. So I'll just do something practical right now. All right. So this is daily. I'll pick another currency. This is gold. All right. And this is daily. So I tell you, okay, for you to chart gold, the concept of charting is go to a daily, pick a previous day. So this is the previous day. Okay. And mark the wick and the body up, and the wick and the body down. That's your assignment. Submit this assignment. Ladies and gentlemen, do you need a video to show you how you are marking the wick and the body? Like, do you need knowledge for that? You guys just be open up, answer what I'm asking you. If you think yes, answer yes. Do you know what's confusing to a lot of people? That they think, okay, how do I mark? How do I get a precise? They are thinking of this candle, they are thinking of this candle, they are thinking of this candle. Okay. So they are thinking, okay, which do I select? It is already clearly stated. Okay. You mark the wick and the body. How do you mark? You pick a horizontal line, you put it here. Do you need knowledge to put this candle here? Do you need knowledge to put this candle here? Okay, you put this candle here and you put this candle here. Like, do you need knowledge for that? This simplicity, don't avoid it. This is the previous day candle. This candle don't matter. The only way another candle will matter is if the candle does not exist, but it's existing. The moment you keep it that simple, you will find out that you're not looking for extra knowledge to validate what will make see, I found out over the years, I don't look for the best entries in the market. When I came into trading, that is what I taught. Precise best entries. No. I just make my entry. I make the best of my entry. I become better at my entry. So where I choose to enter the market. So that's why I have a draft of how I want to enter a market. Okay. It is not where you entered. The truth is, no matter how you find, you do not know what the market is going to do. You don't know the outcome of the market. You will never know. You are not in the position to know. Okay. So there are no best entries in the market. Anyone who's selling you that concept is selling you a hype. There are no best entries. It's an illusion. If I do not know the outcome, how can I, what gives me that that entry is the best when I do not know the outcome of the trade? Are you guys with me? Are you guys tapping? So that is wasted energy, me trying to look for best entries. So I'm not trying to look for best entries. The only way I know an entry is best for me, okay, is if I've documented it before and it has proven to be better than the rest. So that is the best entry. So when I'm looking at a chart, the best entry for me is, so let's say there's a variation of break of structure and a change of character. The best entry may be the combination of a break of structure and a change of character. What makes it best is over time, when there's a variation, there's a conformation of change of character and a break of structure, it has had better results. So that becomes the best entry for me based on my test run. So best is not what's going to happen right now. It's based on what I have done before that has given me my best outcome. So it's me. It's tailored to me. It's not even tailored to the market, because why? That could be different for you. Am I making a little bit of sense? A little. I just mean a little. Okay. So that has reduced perfection. People are trying to be perfect traders. They want to perfect their entry. They want to have perfect entries. No, I don't have perfect entries. I perfect my entries. Simple. Okay, simple. That is something I would advise you guys. Drop the energy of you trying to put so much pressure on getting best trades, best trading strategies, best concept. Those things are illusions that have been sold out. Okay, it all comes back to you. What's best is what you've done that has given you the best outcome. Just keep drafting it and practicing it. Okay. I don't know how to ask the question so you can understand me better. If a market is consolidating and I want to mark, okay, now I think I get what you're saying. You're you're talking about break or structure when the market is consolidating based on when we're trading, when I was talking about Forex. You are asking, how can I mark the best candles? Where should I mark as the best areas? That is probably what you are asking. Am I correct? And I think you asked that question before. Is it the body and the weak? And I answered, can I even give a narrative of I added swing low, swing high. Okay. So you see this part, Cabin, it gets better. There is no precision. Okay. So when you see a bunch of candles close, there are no precise area. I can only give you clues, and that cannot happen in one session. I could give you clues of what I look at, okay, based on price structure, price action, break or structure. All right. I'm going to tell you the places I look at. So when you see me pick a certain area, you can never use it to master your pick of certain area, because why? There's a reason I'm picking that area. It means there is a yardstick of knowledge. You need to get into that knowledge before you can get to those areas. And there are no precision. I may pick one today, I may pick another one tomorrow. So there are no precision. So you trying to learn it is you're putting pressure on yourself. Okay. You just have to understand the concept of how I pick my areas. That's why I always come back to concept. Okay, so what are the concept of your picking areas when market is consolidating? Beautiful question. I can show you that. Okay, but when you ask me, okay, how do you identify precise areas? Man, you threw yourself. It doesn't exist. What are your concepts? Because you want to learn my concept. Beautiful. That's the approach. Okay, because what I will now show you is my eyes. I will show you how I see the market, and you begin to learn how I see the market. So anytime you see the market, you can install that to see the market, and it's not really about precision. Okay, it's about a concept, because how I see the market is different from how other people see the market. Does that make sense? So I said we're going to have a class on when I'm going to teach market structure, so you can actually ask this. So this is 10:49 already. The market didn't come to us. All right. What did I look at? EU didn't come. Okay, I think it's coming now. This market, you want to delay me to what other thing were we looking at? I think it's coming. What's the time? 10:50. This market is supposed to buy from here now. This guy is still coming. Shush. Mm, I'm trying to quit from this market. This market is just trying to entice me. Hey, yo. Oh, I didn't know I was on 15 minutes here. Ah, ooh, I would have taken it. I would have taken my shot on this trade. I thought I was on a 5 minutes. It was on a 15 minutes. Sheesh. Okay, guys. Ah, I'm going to get into play mode. Oh. So USD CHF is in my zone. Though, let me see how this candle ends. I'm going to take this. Ah, this guy might go away. We still have 3 minutes. So, mm, okay, the market is really breathing now. The best approach to this market should be timing. But 240. Shit. We still have 3 minutes. Hey, I'm being tempted. I'm being tempted to think this candle may go away, but close of the candles are always best. But this candle still have 3 minutes. So let's see. Did I actually? Oh, let's see. I pray it doesn't go away before the close of the candle. And trust me, we're moving to timing already. So this candle may actually be moving to the timing. So this Euro USD, let's see, USD CHR, USD CHR. The best thing is patient, but sometimes patient is very expensive. Like it can become very expensive. So I like the market to come. This is good spot. This is actually the spot, and it's trust me, this market is enticing. It's about that area we're looking for. Okay. It's not okay. It should okay. Here it has not touched. Let me see. This is 5 minutes now. Okay, it has not touched. Yeah, let us see. That's 247. Let's see how this kind of close. I'm gonna. Mhm. So this trade timing is going to be the best shot, but I am going to invest one play trade at the close of this candle. What are you trying to do now? Don't tempt me more than my ability now, USDC. Okay, let's see how this candle close. I think this trade wants to play out on timing. So we have how many minutes? 7 minutes. 7 minutes is like a year to me. So to be fun, okay, just to be playful, I'm going to take a trade at the close of this candle. All right. I'll just reduce my risk. So if I'm supposed to use $20, I'll use $10. If I'm supposed to use $100, I will use. But now that this trade is past this area, you get here. And I know that anything I do right now, you guys will do. So let me be patient. The trade will leave me if I'm patient. FOMO, fear of missing out is doing me. Oh, Euro USD is still doing the same thing. Why are you guys wicked like this? Why are you just tempting me beyond my composure? You want to make me lose my demureness. You guys should have respect for calmness now. Huh? Ha! Ha! Okay, so this is what I this is what I'm this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, it's 18 seconds to go. I want to invest to lose. All right, I want to lose this trade. So I'm gonna I'm gonna use $1. Okay, so I'm in the trade. just to kill that appetite. At least I took the trade. All right. Let's see. Let's see how that plays out. I do that sometimes. See, trading is a spiritual. Whenever those urges come, sometimes you can fight. Imagine if you're doing this on yourself, by yourself. Most of you would have taken the trade when you're trading alone. You would have taken the trade by yourself. There's no discipline. But because I'm in front of you right now, I'm trying to be disciplined, and it's a good thing. Okay, it's a good thing. So I just did $1 so that at least I've told myself. See, guy, I've calm now. Can you say I'm calm? I'm no more eager because I've taken the trade. You guess. But what did I do? I just okay. You want to take? Yeah, take $1. All right. So let's see how. Let's see. And I'm going to now wait for perfect timing, and I will invest my trade. If that one pays, at least I'll get the validation. It paid. What's that? S&P 500. Okay, guys, hold on. I think we got. Oh, guys, S&P 500 is about to break. So we got a trade. Our trade is triggering. In the next 3 minutes, this is also going to trigger. This is good. S&P 500 is going to close. The moment it closes, that trade goes active, and our investment on S&P 500 starts. Okay. Don't risk more than, don't trade to win. This trade is a good trade, but you don't have to win. Don't trade. So don't put all your risk because you will win. Okay. Trade it because it can still go south. It can open out, the next candle will just go and take you away. But at the end of the day, just all right, hold on. So we got out. I'm waiting for this guy. Come on. You guys should now go. Now that I'm waiting for you, you have 2 minutes to get to location. No, don't come and stand here and now be giving me another this. Just okay. Your steady has not broken. What other trade did I look at? Gold. Gold has not broken. Hold on, guys. I may be too late on gold, though. Don't you think I will take internal structures on gold? This is good, guys. This is good. Yeah, this looks good. Hold on. Why is this guy trying to be wicked now? Why are you trying to be wicked now? Look, you are trying to be wicked now. You now want to make me take this trade. It is okay. I will take it. But now that you have broken this area, come, see this guy, bad guy, bad guy. So you want to encourage my FOMO guy, Abby? So this is a zone, but I'd love my areas to always be at the technical areas. Okay, this is far away from entry. If we're looking at it from the perspective of 1 minute, it's already this is a good spot for a buy. But if it's going from here right now, it may be tough. But let's see. Let's see if we nah. If it sells like this, I can get in. You always have to sell a buying candle and buy a selling candle. So this is all you don't jump in when the market is already buying. When it's retracing, that's when you get in. It's almost like buy limit. For binary option, it's almost like buy limit and sell limit. So this was a good win, right? So technical played out. All right. And some will say, yeah, we are taking the trade. I took the trade, right? I took the trade, right? So, yeah, patience is key. Mm, it's already gone low. Okay. That's powerful. It's when it closes itself, it is better to enter close than buy. Does that make sense? That's part of my reading. It is better to enter when it closes. But you see this closing, if it was on timing, you can see that without this was a good clear, it's clear, precise. Okay. If the candle decides to come, that's good. Oh, hold on, wait, S&P 500. Are we in? Let me see. S&P 500 closed there. So let's get into S&P 500. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. S&P 500. The US 30 has closed as well. Okay, so S&P 500. So this is exit one. Exit one should be out around here. Let me just pull this. Then I leave the other trade open to infinity. Okay. No, hold on, guys. I think I should put exit two, which is 50%. Guys can leave around here because 50% of moves tend to reverse on indices, but long-term swing. So you can break your trades into three in this settings. Um, that's S&P 500. US 30 is just closing, which means if for those of you who have US 30 indices, okay, when this close, that's when your trade gets started. Okay, so gold. Hey, hold on. Okay, good. Any questions? So that is about our rodeo today. All the time. If you're still going up, go, continue. The news, the new S&P. Sir, is S&P 500 ready to be taken now? You asked this 11:03. It's already, you got the answer now, right? I've already taken the. When you say, is it ready to be taken? It means you did not even understand the market inside. Say you remarked the S&P. How do you mean? The candle broke. Whenever the candle breaks, that's the trade. I gave you guys a zone. Okay, you mean the gold I remarked. So I marked gold. So gold. Sorry, that's zone. I marked gold. Gold closes below this area. I think I like it. So this is what I want you guys to do on gold. All right. So this low is what I am picking. If market closes below this low, I'm going to take the trade. All right. So this up one is inconsequential. So it's just this line. I'm just putting it as a zone. So you see, it's this line. If market closes below that line, I think I'm going to start entering gold. Okay, for a sell. So I'll send that. Gold updated. Say resend the S&P. I never did I mark, did I remark S&P 500? I didn't. I didn't touch S&P 500. Okay, you mean this? This is just one-to-one from the entry. One-to-one. I did one-to-one. Just what I do. One-to-one is your entry. You don't, this is income. You don't use this as a yardstick. Wherever you enter the trade, just calculate your one-to-one from your entry. That's it. The 1 to 2. It's just like multiplication and duplication. Another thing you guys understand, I don't give prices on indices. Indices vary on different broker. This 6896 you're seeing here may be 6924 on your. So it's not, I give you, so this is one-to-one, which means one-to-one is universal. Wherever you enter the trade right now, one-to-one is whatsoever. This is 29 pips. All right, 295 pips for 295 pips. That's one-to-one. You select that. 1 to 2 is 295 pips for 580 something pips. That's 1 to 2. What is generic is the bottom of this is the swing. Does that make sense? Okay. Does that make sense? Cabin. You got that, right? So I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday. Was it on Wednesday or Thursday? Maybe on Wednesday. Either. I'll let you guys know. Either Wednesday or Thursday. I know you guys are used to seeing me every day. You think I would always show up every day. When I created this group, I said I was going to be, you see, tomorrow is, when I created this group, I said I was going to be having at least 2 sessions with you guys in a week. But over the last couple of days, you guys are now used to the formality of me showing up every day, right?